Good morning. This is Suzanne and Ralph from Squirrel Hill Farm. It's cold this morning.
Certainly is. It's 31. Yesterday's high was 64.
It's 31 and it's not going to get out of the 30s today, so we got some things we need to do, make the animals more comfortable.
That's cold for Alabama.
Yeah, that's a cold day for Alabama in the 30s. Tonight's supposed to dip into the low 20s, mid 20s, something like that. Anyway, it's gonna be cold, and we're out of propane, so
It should be here today.
we have to work on keeping ourselves warm too, but animals first. So this morning I'm gonna make up some of the chicken's favorite treat, and it also has some medicinal purposes too. The other day I did the pumpkin. We roasted the pumpkin and the seeds and pureed it all, and that's what you get. So that is pumpkin, peel, and seeds all mixed up together. I've got some oatmeal in the pans. I like to use more oatmeal than this, but this is all I had, so I split it between 3 pans. Got some hot water here that I pour in here to get the oatmeal softened. And it warms them up. It's hot water. Ooh, glass is hot. Glass is hot.
There's a lot of parasitic control with the items that we're putting in.
So,
This is something we've used for several years now with the chickens.
yeah, and even if it didn't do anything, they like it.
Yeah.
So, but we try to mix in a bunch of things that are beneficial to them.
I believe with the oatmeal and the pumpkin, it gives a little bit more protein. You're going to see some other items here too that we're going to add as we go.
So, oatmeal is softened. I'm going to add some pumpkin, to a big old scoop to each one.
No real true measurement to it.
No, you just,
Use what we got.
we just separate it into 3, and I've got to make a smaller pan for the hen and the chicks in the tractor. And we're also going to put a light on them today.
For the first time.
For the first time, we're going to give them a light, give them the option to get under that warm light, because they don't have as much protection from the cold as the other chickens do when they get in their coop at night. So mix it up. Get it in the warm water. Warm it up a little bit. That's not all the pumpkin I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put another big scoop too, because I usually use 1 or 2 cans if I use canned per pan.
Okay, I gotta stop you here for a minute. 2, 3.
Alright, we're back. Got a text from my son. He must have a cold this morning because he's asking for cold medicine. Alright, so we got the pumpkin, the warm water, and the oatmeal. Now what I like to add, I've got several things over here that I like to add. One of them is oregano. And as you can see, I got that on sale. Sometimes the stores, this came from Wally World. They had a great big sale on their spices, and we picked up a bunch of these oreganos. Now, if you've seen the chicken commercials about oregano, they use it in their water for antibiotic purposes. I guess it may have that property to it. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but they like it. And I just give them a big old
Heaping amount of it.
A big old shake in each pan.
When we go to Walmart and other places, we always look at the clearance racks and just to see if there's anything that's truly a markdown. or if there's things that we use daily and that are marked down.
Yeah.
The oregano, we bought up what they had, I think, that time, and it was getting near the date. But the chickens, you can't read that, so.
Nah, I don't go by the date.
Not on something like that. And they were about half off, I think, from the regular price. It says 25 cents off, but
Just look at your sale stuff. You can find some really neat stuff. I've gotten cheap in my old age, so I look at sale stuff.
now
Alright.
the bread items and cake items aren't always a big deal, but sometimes they are, and sometimes you can get some pretty good deals for scraps for your goats or your chickens. And
Yeah.
we do have a little store in town that marks down a lot of stuff in a basket as you walk in the door. A lot of stuff from the produce lane of the store, and you can get some pretty good deals that way. And you can, if you ask the store manager, sometimes you can just buy the whole cart.
I want to get some more water.
Yeah. Just using the coffee maker to get the hot water.
Yeah, we use our Keurig machine. Okay, next. Cayenne pepper.
Chickens can't tell if it's hot,
Well,
they claim.
that's what they say. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to bother them.
Use a generous amount of that.
Now, cayenne pepper, I think, is supposed to have anti-parasite properties,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering
Yeah, it's
correctly.
for parasitic control.
You know, I hadn't really researched any of this stuff. This is just something I've read here and there on different forums and articles. But once again, even if it doesn't work, it ain't gonna hurt them. So, but we just do it. Now this would probably burn me up, but man, they eat it right up. Looks gross, yeah, they don't care. I wouldn't eat it, but they don't seem to mind the way it looks.
They eat a bug, so.
A big old chunk of pumpkin in there, but they'll eat it down. I was gonna peel the pumpkin and not use the peel, and then I thought, well, you know, most of the nutrition in anything's in the peeling. So that's what we do. Now, I use parsley. I put parsley in it mainly just because I want to get rid of this thing. I don't know that parsley's got any benefits, but it ain't gonna hurt them, and I want to get rid of it. So, you know, if you got something at home like this, don't throw it out. Use it. They'll eat it.
And the container could be reused for something.
Yep.
We already have a use for it when it's empty.
I'll wait to. Okay, next I've got onion powder.
Something we hardly use it for ourselves.
I use it every now and then.
Not often. They won't eat an onion if you throw it out there in the
No,
pasture.
they don't like an onion. Ours don't anyway. And garlic powder. This is garlic powder. Garlic has a lot of benefits. Fresh garlic is probably best, and I know people that put a clove or two in their water.
Yeah.
Fresh garlic is always best, but I've got this garlic powder, and I always put
I've
a
also
little bit.
read garlic was good for your dogs.
I think garlic's pretty good for everything, everybody. But I put a
Well,
little.
I haven't ever had a vampire attack me.
But I put a generous amount of garlic powder in here, and by this time it's smelling pretty gross. But that's all right. And I use cinnamon. Cinnamon. Some of these, I guess you've noticed, have warming properties, and I like to think that maybe it helps them stay warm during these cold snaps. Cinnamon is a warm spice, and it's good for humans. So I think it'd be good for chickens.
It's good in a pumpkin pie, so it ought to be good in this.
Yeah. And last but not least, I think it's last, I sprinkle a few little flax seeds.
Be generous with them.
Flax seeds from the health food store.
I tried planting some of these, and I don't think they germinated, or the chickens got it as quick as it came up, but I didn't think they were able to access it, but I never did see where any grew.
Because it's kind of, I like for it to be
A little,
not pasty, but not loose either.
should save some for the other one.
I can take a scoop or two out of these and give them to them.
Oh, okay. Just take it out of the mix.
Uh-huh. This was a big old bowl of pumpkin.
She did save another batch out of that we cooked down the other day.
Yeah, it's in the freezer.
We'll do it again later.
And then just mix it all up real good.
They probably won't even touch their food after they eat this today. We'll put these trays out and we'll pick them up then tomorrow and clean them off, and we'll reuse them as many times as we can.
Yeah, I can't find my older pans. I had to use some new ones, but they last 2 or 3 times. They get beat up. Alright, so that's kind of mixed up. I just smooth it out. Because they all gonna gather around it.
All right, you've seen the mix here, and I'm going to stop the video here, and then we'll get ourselves together and get our stuff, and we got to take some stuff out to the truck, and then we'll put it out, and you can watch the chickens eat it a little bit as we put it out. All right, stay tuned. We'll add the other piece in.
It is cold and windy. Goats are ready for food and hay. There's their treat. Got the little chicks. We're gonna get them taken care of here in a few minutes. Fixing to let them out. All my latches and hinges are froze.
From the rain last night and the moisture in the air. Look at them. Did he hesitate to eat it?
Now, I don't know that the guineas have ever had it.
No, they haven't. So their red chickens haven't either.
But these older ones know what it's all about. Some of them looking pretty rough. They're molting, so don't pay attention to that. But they'll have that eat up here in just a little bit. Well, hey, Fifi. What you doing now? It's our one and only Silky.
Guineas are going, what is this? Why are y'all eating it? Danger, danger. We'll throw some scratch out here too for us.
We're going to put the light in the little chicken pans so they'll stay toasty. But if I was a chicken, I'd stay in the coop or at the barn today. It is blustery and just cold. But you know what? I like it. I think I like this better than burning up 99 degrees.
I got my Arctic coat on. I
Yeah.
don't do well. Since I got sick a few years ago, I don't do well in the cold.
Yeah.
I breathe a little easier, but I don't do good.
So we're gonna get done and get these chicks taken care of and go build fire and hibernate today. At least till chore time, right, Leroy? All right.
Kids eat that up now.
You got it all over your beak. Wipe it off. There you go. Why don't y'all try it?
You changed her.
We change your routine.
Changed the routine and patterns.
They'll eat a little bit and then they'll go away and then they'll come back. Those pans will be clean by this evening.
They don't freeze up. If it freezes up, we'll take it in, thaw it out. Give it to them again.
So, alright, we're gonna finish chores. And we'll see y'all later.